Today I'm in Beverly Hills and the destination is Greystone Mansion and Gardens, starting at Sunset Blvd and working my way uphill for about a mile. Let's go! We're in a place which is kind of typical in LA, especially nicer neighborhoods, where the sidewalk ends. And so you kind of have to, like, I don't know, maneuver around cars and trees and bushes, etc. Yeah. Now we're walking on the, I don't know, breakdown lane. We're on Doheny if anybody's interested. Continuing, thank God for the downhill. This is nice. I swear that looks like a rain cloud. Here we go. Once again, no sidewalk. So I'm gonna see if I should cross the street. If it's any easier to face oncoming traffic instead of people behind me. Is there like an etiquette thing or just a not get killed kind of thing? Anyway, here we go, yo. Okay, I think this is the long and winding driveway. Yep. To Greystone Mansions. An old guardhouse. Here's the first peek at the mansion. There's the view of Century City? I'm not sure. I think it's Century City. This is the main parking lot, so people arriving by car, which given the hills might be a more convenient choice, is the easier thing to do. And you're also just above the mansion and the garden, so it's really cool. You'll get to just kind of see it from above and then make your way down. So it's the site of a notorious mystery. I wonder what that is. Hello, my little friend. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, bye. is the mansion. Let's go the back way around. I'm trying to keep my dialogue to a minimum because there's so much gorgeous scenery to be taken in, and you don't need to hear me yapping throughout. So let's enjoy our moments of Zen, shall we? So this is the OG gatehouse, whatever you call that, gatekeeper's cottage, that I believe you would enter from going up to the mansion. Okay, I hope this is filming. Just want to talk about the history without falling on my face while I make my way up to, the mansion. Okay, so Ed Doheny, he's a major LA oil tycoon, and he gifted this mansion to his son, Ned Doheny, and his wife Lucy, and their 5 kids. And then I'm gonna fall. 1929, there was some sort of argument between Doheny, oh my God, and his best friend, childhood friend / personal secretary. I don't know if that's such a good idea. Your best childhood friend and you're becoming your personal secretary, but what do I know? I don't have that kind of money to make my childhood friends my personal secretaries. Anyway, there was a murder-suicide. They don't know what happened for sure. Doheny's gun was the murder weapon, but Doheny was not buried in his Catholic, maybe family plot, Catholic cemetery, and the speculation is that suicide was considered a major sin. So yeah, I'm out of breath from climbing those stairs, but that's the mystery. They don't really know what happened. And then his wife remarried, stayed in here, I think until like 65, and they obviously needed money to upkeep the garden, so there was a lot of movies being filmed here. And then 1971 it was gifted to the city, who made it available for public access. Obviously there's been a ton of movies and a ton of TV shows that have been filmed here. I think their website said since 1947, and a lot of Marvel movies, the Muppets. And I kind of love that their website, the last entry on their website is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 2014. There's a lot of spaces and places like, ooh, I'm not giving you the finger, I'm just putting on my glasses. A lot of spaces and places in Los Angeles that are free to use for the public, by the public, for the public. So I know it's obviously like, could get into a whole discussion about capitalism and anyway, but shout out to rich people in this one for this mansion experience. I appreciate you. So I was really loving sitting next to a tree and being outside in nature, and then I got up and I realized I have like all this sap on my butt. So yeah, that is the consequences of getting outside and getting into nature and trying to touch said trees. Okay, bye-bye. You're back. Hold on, you're back. You're doing push-ups.